A shadow falls over Corowa. The peaceful town of Corowa, New South Wales, was recently marred by a disturbing event, a white supremacist rally. Approximately 50 individuals, their faces concealed by masks, gathered to spread their hateful ideology. This act of intimidation sent shockwaves through the community, leaving residents feeling vulnerable and outraged. Despite the blatant display of hate, no arrests were made at the scene. Former Mayor Patrick Bourke, a staunch advocate for inclusivity, condemned the rally. He reassured the community that Corowa embraces its multicultural fabric. The rally served as a stark reminder that even in seemingly peaceful communities, the forces of hatred and intolerance can emerge. Many believe that the current laws are not strong enough to deter hate-motivated activity. The community demands action, urging lawmakers to take a stand against hate and protect the values of tolerance and inclusivity that define Australian society. The Corowa rally ignited a firestorm of debate, prompting calls for NSW to follow Victoria's lead in banning Nazi symbols and salutes. Political leaders from both state and federal levels have voiced their support for tougher measures against hate speech. Albury MP Justin Clancy and member for Farrer Sussan Ley are among those demanding legislative action to protect vulnerable communities. Proponents of the ban argue that such symbols are not mere expressions of free speech but tools of intimidation and oppression. They represent a horrific past, invoking painful memories for those who suffered under Nazi tyranny. Banning these symbols is not about censoring ideas, but about preventing the normalization of hate. It is about sending a clear message that Australia will not tolerate any form of hate speech or symbols that threaten the safety and well-being of its citizens. Opponents of the ban argue that it infringes upon freedom of expression, setting a dangerous precedent for censorship. This debate reflects the complex balance between upholding individual freedoms and protecting society from the harmful effects of hate speech. While NSW grapples with the question of banning Nazi symbols, Victoria has taken a decisive step forward. In a landmark case, a 25-year-old man became the first person convicted under the state's new law banning Nazi salutes. The man, identified as a Nazi sympathizer, performed the salute outside a Victorian court just days after the ban came into effect. The incident, captured on camera, drew swift condemnation and highlighted the effectiveness of the new legislation. Jacob Hersant, the convicted individual, pleaded not guilty, claiming the salute was a form of political expression. However, Magistrate Brett Sonnet rejected this defense, emphasizing the need to protect minority groups from hate-motivated intimidation. Victoria's decisive action sets a precedent for other states and territories grappling with the issue. Section 4, A National Crisis, the Rise of Anti-Semitism in Australia. The events in Corowa and Victoria are not isolated incidents, but rather symptoms of a larger national crisis: the rise of anti-Semitism in Australia. Extremist ideologies fueled by online platforms and a climate of fear and uncertainty have contributed to an increase in anti-Semitic incidents across the country. The Australian Human Rights Commission has reported a surge in verbal abuse, vandalism, and physical assaults targeting Jewish communities. The federal government, along with various state governments, has taken steps to strengthen anti-vilification laws and promote tolerance. Funding for community initiatives, educational programs, and law enforcement training are crucial aspects of this effort. Addressing anti-Semitism requires a multifaceted approach that involves collaboration between government agencies, law enforcement, community organizations, and individuals. Section 5. Combating Hate, a multifaceted approach. Preventing future incidents like the Corowa rally requires a multifaceted approach that involves government, law enforcement, and the community working together. Strengthening legislation is a crucial first step. Clear laws that explicitly prohibit hate speech and the display of hate symbols are essential to deter future incidents. Education plays a vital role in combating hate. Programs that promote tolerance, empathy, and understanding of different cultures can help challenge prejudice and discrimination at their root. Law enforcement agencies need to be equipped to identify, investigate, and prosecute hate crimes effectively. Building trust and collaboration between law enforcement and diverse communities is also crucial.